Hello guys, and welcome back to my sorry sorry, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we want to talk about Java method parameters. In the previous video we talked about Java methods, and we were able to do something. We were able to create a method, and we were able to call it, and we were able to, I think we were able to pass some parameters, and that was it. Anyway, in this video we want to talk about the parameters now. The previous video we talked about parameters, but I never explained it in a better way. But in this video, I promise you guys, I'm going to do my very best to make you understand in a better way. So, what is this parameter and arguments are we talking about? So, information can be passed to a method as parameters, and parameter acts as a variable inside a method. Parameters are specified and also after a method name. So it's specified after a method name inside a parenthesis. So that parenthesis in a method can be, that's where we actually specify these parameters. So you can add as many parameters as you want. So you can have as many parameters as you want in that parenthesis, and only what you have to do is to separate them with a comma. So that is it. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do example, and so that you can understand what I mean. Without example, sometimes it becomes harder for you guys to understand. So I'm going to create a method that takes a string, and a string I'm going to call it maybe your first name, my first name, the last name, and her last name. That is it. So when the method is called, we want to pass along first name, and that is it, guys. We want to print that in the console, and we see what will be happening. So that is it. So let's start to create a class here. Since my computer is slow, yeah. So I sorry guys, I think I have some cold. That's why you can see me in a sweat and all that stuff. So guys, I've created this method. I've created this class. So what I want to do is to do what I've already explained above. So I'm going to create a method down here, and I'm going to call it my method. So I'm going to declare it a public. Public. Guys, you understand about public and the static. I'm going to if you don't understand this, you can go back to my I think the second video. That's where I have explained the method and the static, all those stuffs. I've explained it there. So I'm going to create this method, and I'm going to create a string type, variable. A string, an array. So guys, if you don't understand about the arrays, I've already explained in another video. So here, this method, guys, I'm so sorry. It's like I was repeating the above. Okay, I want to create a method, so I can create it here, or the above, or the below. So I want to declare it as static, so that it belongs only to this class. So static void, and then I call it my method, and then I'm going to create a variable which is a string type, string. Then I have the first name. So I'm going to pass this. In fact, it's a variable which is of a type string. Cool. So here I'm going to do this, so you can remove that here. So from here, guys, I want to I want to perform a very little task here. I want to print out system dot out the print line. So guys, this is what I want to print out. I want to print the first name here, the first name, and then I can add something on that name. Maybe how can I call it? Okay, I can first name. Maybe I say it's just a name. It is just a name. This is what I just want to concatenate the name. So I haven't created the name first. E is a variable, and also I've printed the variable, but I have not passed anything. So how am I going to pass the name here? So what I'm going to do is to come down here where the project starts to run. So I'm going to create that method up here. I'm going to call this method. So, and also pass something in that method. So I'm going to control V, and then I pass in, let's say, the first name. I'm going to call it Robin. Robin is my name, by the way, guys. If you don't know, this is my official name. So I'm going to pass in Robin, and also I want to, I've already said that you can pass the arguments as many as you want. So I want to pass around, let me say, I'm going to pass 3 arguments. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to change this. Let me call my second name with Racha, and the last name here I'm going to say okay, these are my names, right? So I'm going to write another my start name, which is this one, of which I don't think you guys you can pronounce this one. It's too hard, So guys, what I'm going to do here, what's the project actually doing is that I've said that I can call this method in 3 times or more than 2 times, more than 1 times, So all this is just calling. So I call this it print topping. I call this, once I run the project, it's going to call everything here. It's going to be passed here in this fname. So I can even say that this is not just fname, and it's just names. So I can call this say names, add s, add s. So guys, I'm going to print out and see what we will be having on the console. So let me run it on the console. Let's see what we have. Guys, as you can see on the console, we have Robin, just a name. Robin Moracha, it's just a name. Also, it's just a name. I can create some space here if I want to, but I don't think I need any of this. So guys, as you can see, we have printed Robin 3 times. Robin Moracha also. So as you can see we have the 3 names. This is actually I just passed the parameter to the method, and what you have to know that it's just called an argument. So from the example, the name is a parameter. This one here, this is a parameter, and while these names here are just arguments. So these are the arguments. These are the arguments that I've passed here. As you can see, this default method, we have string and we have the arguments. Actually, this is the argument. So this name is just the argument, which is this one, and the string, it's an array. So this is an array, but then I just created this string now. So this is just a string, a type of variable. So that's it, guys. And I think I'm done with this method coding, and I've done with the parameters and arguments. So if you have any questions, guys, don't forget to ask. So let's talk about multiple parameters. So multiple parameter, you can have many parameters you like. I've already said that. So what I'm going to do, can I rewrite this one? Because I think if I have to write everything, we might consume a lot of time. So let me use the one that I've already created here. So I say static void my method, and then I'm going to pass in some more than one parameter. So this is names, and then I'm going to pass an int now. Sasa, guys, do you guys know how to speak in Swahili? In fact, it's my favorite language. I struggle a lot speaking English. It's kind of the hard thing, but then I have to do it. So, guys, that is it. So let me do a very simple thing here. String, I've passed it, and then I think okay, wow. So on the system.out.print, I'm going to print this name, and then I'm going to remove this a little bit and say something. Let's talk about age. I've passed the name, and also let's assume that all these are not my name but different names of other people's. So this is another person, right? So here I'm going to just say is. So if the name that comes here is, and then I add the age. Just do this. Add age, right? So I think then it's done there. So guys, I'm going to pass another. This was a string, right? So I'm going to pass age here to assign age. In fact, this is assigning, I think. So I'm going to say 8, and this guy here, and this guy is let's say 20, and this guy is let's say 28. It's my age. In fact, I'm 28 years, guys. This one is 25. Okay, guys, what can I explain, or should I run the stuff first? In fact, let me run it and see what will be having there. So guys, as you can see, we have, in fact, I should do this. I run it again. So guys, as you can see, Robin is 25, Moraja is 28, Osoro is 20 years. So guys, what have I done here? I have already said that I can pass several arguments in that method. So that's what I've done. So I've passed the several methods in the method above. So as you can see, we have the string because the name here are just strings. This is name. This is where these variables, these names are going to be inside this name, and then the age is going to fall inside this age. What you have to understand here is that if you have two parameters here, if you have two parameters, make sure that above on the method we also have the 3 parameters. Do you hear that? Do you get that? If you have two parameters, we have the string type and the int type, then make sure that above here you have the same number of the arguments. You see, so guys, here we have Morata and the age, and also we have the name here and the age. So make sure that they do balance. If you have three arguments, parameters, you make sure that you have 3 arguments above. So guys, that is it. And if you don't understand, you guys don't understand. So finally, what you have to understand about this is that know that when you are working with multiple parameters, the method call must have the same number of arguments as there are parameters, and the argument must be passed in the same order. So I cannot change this integer here and put here, and then I exchange these strings to the other side. It can't work. So that is it, guys. So let's talk about return values. So what are these return values? So guys, what you have to understand, the void keyword, this one here, this now we are talking about the return values. So the void keyword is used in the example above to indicate that the method should not return a value. Guys, I have been explaining this for a couple of days, but I have to make you understand. So if you want the method to return a value, you can use a primitive data. Do you remember the primitive data type, guys? We talked about print character. It is those were the primitive data instead of void. So you can use the int character instead of using the void, which returns nothing, and they use the return keyword inside that method. Let me guys explain this. Um, let me remove all these, and also I even remove this. We have this method. Yeah, guys, let me go. Guys, let me do this. Let me. Okay, I'm doing stupid things here, guys. Sorry to say that. Let me create another. No, guys. Let me just come down here and then move this, and also come above here and then move this. So why is the error? So I think probably we have a problem somewhere. Uh, okay, static void main. Okay, I want to go back a little bit. So guys, let's do this. I'm going to create another class. I'm going to create a method here, and also that is it. So what am I supposed to do? So I just come here inside this class. I'm going to create a static int type, and then I pass in, let's say, my method. I can call this any of the things. So I can name it as I want. It depends on what you're doing. But because you're talking of method, I prefer using it that way. So I have int here as a parameter. Is this a parameter or an argument? This is an argument. A parameter is what you pass in. So my method, and I'm going to have curly braces, and then I come down here. You have to pass something inside here. So I've already said that when you don't use the void keyword, make sure you return the values. So you must write this keyword here, return, let's say 6 plus whatever inside there. So put this. So guys, what you have to understand here is that when you don't use the keyword void, which actually means returning nothing, you must use the return keyword so that you can return the values. When you're passing the values, you must return them. So guys, this is it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to pass these values from somewhere. So definitely I'm going to write it here because this is where the system runs from. So the system dot out dot print time, then I pass in something. So guys, what am I going to pass here? I'm going to call this method and pass something. So I'm going just to copy this method here, copy. Let's come here, print system dot out print line, and then what I'm going to do is just to call that method above. Then I'm going to pass in remove this. Yes, are you getting lost? I'm going to pass this 4, and then I could do this. So let me explain this before I run it. Before I run it. So the example this example is going to return the sum of the method, 2 parameters. So it's going to it's going to return a value. So I have passed in 4 here, as you can see. In fact, I've called it this method, right? Yeah, I've called it this method. So okay, I've created the method, right? So I want to call it and also pass pass the parameter here. So this is the parameter that I'm going to pass, which is 4, and also calling the method. This is how we call the method, guys. You know that. So this 4 is going to be taken here, and then this 4, which is 4 here, is going to be added with 6. Then the result, you know what it will be the result. So when you run that, let's see on the console, we have 10. So guys, what you have to understand here is that you must, when you don't have the void keyword, you can use the, you have to return the value. In fact, you have to return, because the void doesn't return anything. But when you want to return something, you have to use this keyword. So that is it, guys. You have actually passed one parameter, and I just want to pass 3 parameters, or 2, or 5, but let me pass 2. So I'm going to put a comma here, and then I pass 8, another 8 here. And here you see there's a problem. So let's see what the mistake. Method, my method in a class method cannot be applied to give type to given types, return int, found int. So the problem is that I passed 2 parameters which have one, we only have one argument above here. So what I'm going to do is just to create another one. I think if I do this, can finish. No, I have to do this. So that is it, guys. So I have 2 parameters here, and I have 2 arguments. That is it. That's the rule. So if I run this, let's see if we can actually have here. I want to have we'll see if we can have the result. So let's see if we can return the value x plus y, which is false. Yeah, we could. We done, plus 8 plus 4 is just 12. So what you have to understand is that so that is it, guys. That's about the 2 parameters, and you can also store the result in a variable. Do you know, guys, you can store the result in a variable, and it's actually the one which is recommended, as it is easier to read and maintain. So I'm going to do that, where we're going to store a result in a variable. It's simple. I'm going to take this down here. Okay, in down here, I'm going to this one. I want to remove this. I'm going to remove this. Now, what we're doing here, guys, is we are trying to store a result in a variable. Yeah. So here, I want to put something like y, right? So I'm going to declare an int type here, and then I call it y, which is equal to, then I call my method. I call this method. I'm going to call this method, copy, and then I call this method. Need this, sorry. So my method, I'm going to call this, and I'm going to pass in values. So I must pass in values. Let's say 7 and 3. 7 and 3, right? So I have assigned, this is the parameter that I've passed above there. So what am I going to do? So return, I'm going to return x. Let me change this one to be z, and this one here is z. I'm going to explain everything, guys. Don't even worry about this. So what I've done here is that I want to store a variable. I want to store a result in a variable. So I've created a variable here. And also I've passed in. I've called the method. And also passed in parameter. So which will go above here, and then it will return something, right? So I want to print out this and see what we will be having on the console. So let me run it. You see, so as you can see, we have 10, right? So we have 10. That is it. So I just stored the value. I just stored the value. I stored the result in a value. That's what I did. So that is it, guys. Now let me explain once and for all, guys, because these things sometimes people don't get it like that unless they do some practical. What I did is just as usual, I have to call this method, right? And if I have to call this method, I have to pass in the parameters. So this is the arguments. I'm going to pass an int type variables. So that's why I just have 7 and 3, which is an int type. So guys, I want the result to be stored in a variable, right? I want the result to be stored in a variable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable, which I call it z, and then I print that z out. So whatever is inside here, which I'm going to, if you call this, we won't get the result. The result is going to be passed to there. That is simple, guys. So let's do a method with if else statement. So it is common to use if else statement inside a method. So I'm going to do this example here. Can I remove this? Let me, guys, allow me to remove this and start a fresh one. So let me remove this. Let me remove this. Okay. Now I'm going to remove this. This is the main. I cannot do that. So remove this. Also remove this. Also remove this so I can start afresh. So guys, you don't get complicated. So the error is because I've not passed anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this method. Let me change this method because I want to use if else statement. So definitely I'm going to check, let's talk about the age. So I want to check if somebody is less than, let's say if you are above 18, then we say that you can go to the club. And if you are under that, you can say that you cannot go to club. So I'm going to check the age club. So I'm going to check this and then I write check age. So here I'm going to pass an int type because age is an int. Then I just put age here. So I have to pass something here. So what I'm going to do is just inside here I'm going to write the if statement, check if you are qualified to go to the club. The first statement that I want to do is to make sure, okay, I just come here down here and then I have to call this. Let's go step by step. I have to call this method, right? Or let's finish with this one first. So I'm going to say if you are below low, if age, let's say age is less than 18, then what do we print? We say that you're not allowed to go to the club. So I'm going to put this curly braces here, and then okay, fine. So here I'm going to say that if you're that, and then I say system dot out dot print line, you are, if you are below that, you're not supposed to go to the club. You're not allowed. You're not supposed to go to club. Go club. That is it. Then I put this here. So guys, why is this error here? Oh, okay, add the return value. Okay, I will turn it later, guys. Don't mind about that. So that is it. You're not supposed to go to club. Yeah, it's an exclamation. So if you're qualified, you're above that. What will you, let's say? So I just say that else if you are above that, then just do this and else you're qualified. I'll just say you're qualified to go to club. So I'm going to copy and then say you can go to the club. So you can go. You can go. You are above age. You are above 18. So you can go to club. That is it. So yeah, I'm going to add s. So guys, this is I've used the if else statement in this argumentation and in these statements. I've used this if else statement to check. So guys, I want to call this method and see if you can work with that. So I'm going to pass in some uh, parameters. Control V, this is how we call our method above there. So I'm going to change a little bit things here. I'm going to I'm going to pass age. Let's say it's 20, right? This one obvious, this person is above, so he's going actually to go to the club. But let's run the program. So guys, as you can see, we have a problem here. It's saying that missing return statement. Oh, it should be returned, but we have not created a void here. So I'm going to change this to static void. So I'm going to write it void so that you cannot ask that. So guys, let's run and see. You can go to club, meaning the age is above, if the age was above 18. So if I say 4, then I run it, then it's going to print this because you're not supposed to go to club. That is it, guys, and I think guys you grasped something here. And thank you so much. If you have any question, guys, don't hesitate to ask. Don't hesitate to email me. And also, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love you all, and I love you back to the moon, and from the moon to the back, and from the back and to the front. That is it. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.